Welcome to episode 6. And today I'd like to introduce you to my.
What
Wait,
up, what
let
up?
me finish. Why is it all about you all the time? To my friend Mai.
You so funny.
So, you have a very strong Vietnamese accent, right?
Yeah, I do. I'm
Mm.
so sorry.
And like, do you find it weird, like in the clubs when people are trying to
No,
ask for stuff?
boys, no, they tell me I'm so cute. What are you laughing for? You don't mock my
You're
accent.
so pretty. Do you have a boyfriend?
Yeah, I have so many.
So many boyfriend?
No, I just kidding.
Okay, I'm not gonna be like drawn into this. Otherwise, I'm gonna get loads of people commenting going, "Dude, you're not
I
allowed
so
to do a
lonely
Vietnamese
in
accent."
COVID time. I only have girlfriend.
Well, that
Maybe because my
works.
nails so short.
That works too,
They say short nail, no boyfriend.
dude. Tell me, tell them. Look at camera 2.
I don't know. Number 1, 2, and 3.
So
Number 2?
tell the lovely people about Mai. Who's Mai? And let's take it all the way back. Originally, half Vietnamese, half
Hong
Hong
Kong.
Kong. We got to be very careful with that one.
Like Bruce Lee.
Yeah, we got to be very careful. And half French. So she's three halves of
3
different
halves.
countries. Yeah, three halves.
1 half.
Is it time to make fun of my accent now?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, where were you? You were born in America, right?
No, actually, I was born in a place called Victoria.
Which is where?
It's in Canada, believe it or not.
It's
The
America, no?
boat went all the way to the Pacific Ocean and ran out of gas.
And that's where you landed,
And then a
in the coldest place
big
in.
oil tanker had picked it up and dropped them off in Canada.
Wait, really?
For real deal, Holyfield.
Wait, it ran out of petrol halfway through,
And said, come on aboard.
and they literally were like, "Come on!" And then they didn't even. So where were they planning
Yes,
to
we would
go?
love to go to California, where everyone was supposed to go.
Is that where they were planning? So they
And
were
they
planning
got
to go to
rerouted.
California, and then
They're like, we don't make no pit stops for y'all.
really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So wait, so you originally have a Canadian passport?
I sure do. We're like a bunch of hippies.
That's a bit nuts. Imagine that you're you're kind of going. You're like, all right, we're gonna go to this place, and then in the middle of nowhere, it's like,
Just kidding.
and the thing just stops and runs out of petrol, and you'll be like,
Yeah, because a lot of pirates back in the day were trying to rob everyone that were on the boats because all they had was valuables and, jewelry, money, and whatever they had to bring to start their new lives in a new place. It's normal.
wow, that's
So they
crazy.
had to veer off and go to like Malaysia and then set on ship, to
Can you imagine? Like for us, it's not. It's hard to kind of imagine that whole picking up everything you have and running, to save your family and all that stuff. Could you imagine the journey for them?
the
Like how
Vietnam
weird
War.
that must have been, right?
The Vietnam War was something that was
Vietnam.
Vietnam.
But I mean, why would they go to the country that started the Vietnam War?
I mean, conspiracies, I don't know.
That's a
It's
bit of
all
a weird choice,
crazy.
right?
No, my mom is Vietnamese.
Exactly.
So
And
I
then
mean,
they
like,
went to America, which is a bit of a
because they allowed all the Americans got defeated. They said, you know what,
got
we'll just. They
defeated.
got defeated by the North, and yeah, so they just went and they wanted to have a better life for everyone and raise children. Of course, they can't be there, or else they might have died, and the communists took over.
That's
So
nuts.
yeah,
And
pretty
all we
nuts.
have to worry about is our phone glitching and stuff like that. Like
Yes. Can
that's
you
like our
believe?
biggest worries.
I don't know, but is your phone having any
No,
problems?
my
Because
phone's
Apple
fine.
update, as soon as you update your phone, I swear they just put a virus in there for you to just go to the Apple store and spend more money
Which is
or buy a new
closed.
phone.
The Apple Store, which is
Yeah,
closed now,
I went
yeah.
to the Dubai Mall to get my phone fixed.
And they were like,
They're closed.
no.
And yeah, it's a bummer. Anyways,
So you're just like sending loads of random messages to people who you
I'm
don't
I'm
actually
an
know.
Amazon whore, so
So that's
thank
it.
God for Amazon.
I actually saw that on one of your stories. Just
Did you
like
see all my
loads of
boxes?
yeah, loads of boxes just stacked up on top of each other.
My guilty
Do you do a lot
pleasures.
of like Amazon ordering and all that stuff?
I do a
But
lot
do
of
you do that
ordering.
in general or since like the
No,
lockdowns and all that?
no more.
More
I
now.
leveled up, like
Like you got
level
a
up.
the new badge, right? The Amazon
Yeah,
badge.
yeah, I do.
That's
I'm
nuts.
prime time.
And then prime. And then so like what was it like growing up in America? Oh, in
Well,
Canada first, right? How old were you when you moved to America from Canada?
well, I was like, my parents kind of got into a little tiff.
Mm.
So I went to LA when I was a kid, and then I was going to school back and forth, and then to the point that I was old enough to just say, "Hey, fuck it. I'm gonna."
Yeah.
Sorry about my swearing. Am I
No, that's
allowed to
fine.
do that?
Yeah, you're gonna get in trouble. I'm cool.
Okay, you can do beep.
But with
No,
my
and
editing
then
skills, I beep before the swear word. So we're
yeah,
like, beep, fuck.
shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dick balls. Just kidding.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, no. After I moved to LA,
Mm.
and then I was living and working there.
What were you doing for work in LA?
Well, I actually opened up my own clothing store.
Okay.
I had a store on eBay, and I decided, you know what, I'm going to open up a store with my sister in Canada.
Mm.
And I did that. And then I got out of a really long relationship, my first ever relationship
True
that I popped my cherry with
love.
just 8 years later.
Yeah.
And then I moved away. So it really helped a lot. And I opened up a business in,
Okay.
in LA, Century City Mall,
Doing
a
clothing.
boutique.
Okay.
Yeah, and then so I opened up there, and then I was working like 12-hour days. It was
Mm.
so hard on me, and I got out of a relationship,
You
and
say
so
that, and some people like working like 20-hour days, and they're like, "Oh, you were working 12-hour days, were you? Was it hard on you? Was it?"
it was difficult. I mean, I had my other
Yeah,
business in
being young as
Canada
well.
and
Yeah.
also in America. That was a little difficult. Then my sister took over our boutique in
Mm.
Masai Majority and in Canada. So I had that, and then my friend was like, "Have you ever worked in the nightclubs before?" I'm
Mm.
like, "I have worked at restaurants before, so
Mm.
why not?" And the first night I worked, I swear my tips were like $944, and I was like, "What is going on?" I worked three
Mm.
years straight, 7 days a week, just hustled.
And did
And
the
to the
tips
point,
stay like that, or were they
yeah, the next day I worked was 2,400
just on tips?
on just tips. I mean, in America you get 20%.
That's
So I
nuts.
knew that it was like the stock market. And
Mm.
at the same time, the clubs close at 2. So I always got off work
Mm.
and I was like, wow, I just paid my rent. Like,
Mm.
what a great job. To the point that
That's
I got so
nuts.
tired of working day and night,
Yeah.
day and night in the
When you could
clubs.
just do that and cover everything with the
Yeah.
tips.
So then it was very difficult for me. Like owning a boutique is
Mm.
very tough.
Yeah.
You got to do trade shows. You're going to be a buyer. You're going to go to Vegas Magic Show. You're
Mm.
going to go, to buy your stuff overseas. And I just ended up
Mm.
closing it down and just working in the clubs.
That's nuts.
So it was really good for me. So I've worked in the industry for a very long time.
How does it work with that? Do you feel like, in clubs, once you saw your tips start getting big, were you like extra nice to people? Like, oh my God, you look so
Oh,
handsome today. Like,
no,
that
I'm not.
shirt just really
At
brings out your
first,
eyes.
at
Like,
first
here's
it
a
was
100.
like, wow, look at all these like super cool people,
Mm.
and you just all you gotta do is just pop bottles all
That's
day.
it. And
Be on the other side, and they're like, don't drink, you're not allowed to drink,
mm,
but we drank
yeah.
a
But
lot
did
of
you find like,
shots,
because
tequilas.
that must be tiring too. Because being in the club every night, it's not like,
Not really, because you get to work, you get a pre-shift, and you start at 10, and then your night is over by 2 o'clock. So it's really 4 hours of work. I mean,
yeah,
you
but
have all day to work out,
the
do your
music and
thing.
it's so full on and it's just
I
like,
mean, people go out in the clubs and spend all their money,
yeah.
and I'm the one on the other side,
Mm.
going and working and
Mm.
making money. So at the end of the day, I win.
And I guess if you like clubs too, then it's cool but like I'm such an old man. Like I can't take clubs. I just don't, I never have enjoyed clubs.
But you like the fitness clubs, don't you?
Yeah, because the music's different and there's sweat. You're sweating for a reason. Like
Yeah,
you're
right. You
sweating,
like
but
that EDM
yeah,
music,
do you
don't
know what
you?
I mean? I'll tell you what, this is another reason why I don't like clubs. A friend of mine convinced me to go to one of these clubs, these EDM rave things, and I'd never really been a clubber, so I'd never go to clubs and all that stuff. And I remember going in there and it was like a scene out of Blade. It was all these
Oh
people
my
dressed
God,
up
Blade.
gothy, and there was people just like literally with like,
All black?
white, yeah, all black, white contact lenses and just staring at you and going nuts. And I was just sitting there going, what the
White
hell is
contact?
this? Yeah, like what's wrong with these people? And the music's so on and they're just, in their own, or obviously they must have been on loads of drugs, but they're in their own
100%.
world. And I don't take drugs and I don't drink. So I'm just sitting there going,
So what
well, yeah,
country is
what's
this
going on? This
in?
in the UK.
Of course.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, was it called Fabric?
Fabric, right? Fabric and
Yes.
Egg and all of those
Yeah, yeah,
places.
yeah, yeah.
So I've been a couple
I've
of
been there
times, but
actually.
I've just never
Got into
like,
it.
yeah, just the vibe there has never. I've only gone because my friends are going, and I know it's going to be a laugh because they're going to do something stupid, and I'm going to watch them drunk and all that stuff, and it is kind of funny, but I've never thought ever, the idea has never crossed my head where I've wanted to go to a club. So I've been like,
Yeah,
guys,
but
let's
that
go to
kind
a
of
club.
place with, that dark, deep, it's not the same type of, club that
Yeah,
I
but
was working at. Like,
even a normal club, even if you say like white and that stuff, like I would, that's not enjoyable for me. I mean, everyone's got their own thing, but I would never say that, it would never hit my mind going, I want to go to a club today. Never, never, never. Like never.
no, you're more
Yeah,
loungy,
I see lounges I
restaurants,
can
good
deal with, you
music,
know,
piano.
lounges, soft music in the background, jazz bars, people are smoking a cigar, you're chilling, and you can actually.
I
But
think that's due to age, isn't it?
yeah, but I was always like that.
Don't lie.
Maybe I'm an old
At 20,
soul.
at 20, you were like that.
Yeah, dude,
21?
really, I
Don't
was
lie.
really like that, dude.
You
I'm
got a
telling you, I
lot to
was
kick it.
old, dude. I was old. Like even my
You're old
friends,
fashioned.
yeah, even my friends growing up, like when I was 20, okay, I had the little circle of friends that were my friends, but I also had so many friends that were like 45 and 50, and I'd go and sit down and play chess with them in the park and that kind of stuff. So I,
Whatever
I grew up
floats your
weird,
boat.
right?
No, I mean, everyone is, everyone is so different in their own way. So for
Mm.
me, I was always okay. I lived in LA, I lived in Vegas,
And
Miami,
you worked in big clubs,
Germany.
right? It wasn't
Yeah.
like just a
No,
normal club.
after like I was working at Sugar, Sunset Beach, La Dude, like I was working at all the
There's a club
clubs in
called Le
LA.
Dude.
La Dude,
Oh, La
the
Dude. Oh,
two,
obviously it's French.
the
Le
two.
français,
It
ouais.
was actually one
Yeah.
of the most poppin' places in Hollywood at the time. Everyone from like Leonardo
Yeah.
DiCaprio to Dennis Rodman to everyone. Actually, The Last Dance. Have you watched it
Oh,
with
dude,
Michael
I
Jordan?
loved it. I
Oh my
loved it, right?
God, I am up to date. As soon as I'm like, when is the next
If
one
I
coming
watch
out?
it again in one of those Dennis Rodman club scenes, will I see you in the background just walking with a bottle, just like
Oh my
sparkler in it
God,
and
no,
stuff?
but actually, he was back in then. He had like
It
such a
was raw, huh?
like super cool. Actually, he'd be posted up by the bar. He doesn't
Yeah,
even
yeah.
care. He's unbothered, but he's super cool.
Mm.
And
He was literally the epitome of just be yourself, right? Like he
yeah,
didn't care
no,
what.
you don't need a
Yeah.
table to have fun.
Mm.
You go and you do your own thing.
Has there ever been a point where you've been like starstruck by someone you've seen in a club and you're like, oh, okay, hi.
Ah,
All of a
there's
sudden, like they
so
start
many
speaking to you and then your
people.
Vietnamese accent just comes back out of nowhere. You're like,
Shut up.
hi, I'm my.
Hello, you so
Yeah.
sexy. No, there I saw Oprah Winfrey
In a
in
club.
Miami at Live, Club Live. I used to work there.
Wait, Oprah was in a club? What,
Yes.
raving, as in
Like
dancing
I've
and.
met everyone, like everyone you can imagine.
No, wait, I want
But
to get back to this.
Oprah was
Oprah was
like
dancing in
one.
a club
No, she was just there, like
there.
sitting in the table, booth. It was kind of like the skyboxes. And I also served Michael Jordan,
Wow.
which I am like when I was a kid,
Mm.
everything bulls. Like I had
Yeah,
overalls,
yeah, yeah. The
bomber
hat, the
jackets. Oh,
starting
I
jackets.
still
Yeah,
have the hats.
yeah,
Come
yeah,
on, like
yeah.
I had a Rodman jersey, I had a Jordan jersey. You know, I I love it. Yeah. So when I had him and his cigar,
Yeah,
and he gave me a fat tip, which I was like, oof, I love him even
yeah, yeah,
more.
yeah.
No, so yeah, he's super cool, calm,
Mm.
collected. Like,
He seems like a nice guy. I mean, everyone's kind of saying the whole kind of, oh, he was a douchebag to be around and stuff. But
I mean, if it's your
if you're gonna
teammate,
if you're gonna be that good, then what? I mean, he's making you better at the end of the day. Like you can't
exactly.
complain about that. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's a douchebag, but you won 6 or 7 championships with him. So what are you complaining about?
And Major League
Yeah,
Baseball.
exactly. He seems like a cool guy outside of it.
He
You know?
never really clubbed a lot, but I mean, like, I met him at Live and I was like, wow, this is
Yeah.
cool. I get Michael Jordan. Like, this is cool.
How was it? Was it kind of like a oh shit,
No, I'm never
Jordan?
oh shit.
No,
I'm
never.
never
You've
oh
never
shit.
been with
I
any
always
celebrity.
crack jokes. I'm
Yeah, yeah,
always like, it's just another day at
yeah.
work,
That's how I am.
Every day we see a celebrity there. Like
Mm,
at Live, we never gave anything for free unless
mm,
it was with like the table with David Gretman, which is
mm,
like the owner.
mm,
So, he would always have his friends there, but everyone else paid. It was not like a club where I worked in Vegas at Tau and Lavo, but that's a really good group. It's an amazing group. Like everything
mm.
that they touch turns to gold.
Yeah,
Like
right.
it's always ongoing, now till this day, since the
Mm,
day I worked there, they're still open and
wow.
Live is still open. So they know what they're doing.
What's the biggest tip you've ever got in a club?
Oh my goodness. Definitely have to been from a client that was Malaysian.
Okay.
It's kind of like his name is Joe Low. A lot of people know him, a lot of people don't, but he's such a and he doesn't even drink alcohol. Can
Mm.
you believe that?
Yeah, I understand that.
Biggest spender, probably about 280,000.
Your tip.
had to pool with the other girls I worked
Wait,
with.
wait. He tipped 280,000.
Well, it's 20% tip, and the rest went to me. Yes.
What?
Yeah, even if you, yeah, in America it's crazy. It's like, and if you buy a bottle of water
Mm.
or a bottle of Dom, you still get that 20%. And the minimums there, it'll be like he'll have a no minimum because we don't give minimums to big
Yeah, yeah,
spenders that are well known that travel to like San Tropez or be like the highest spender in the
yeah.
world at the time. He would go and literally he's a very he at the time was the most generous tipper
That is a
known.
crazy tip, dude.
He'll buy all the crystals, all like I remember running around like we
Just trying to
ran out of
find more. Yeah.
crystal, ran out of crystal. We had to like there's other restaurants in Fontainebleau.
Mm.
We had to get like we asked every restaurant
Can I
like
borrow some?
that were close. Yeah, like just give us all. And
Ah, that
yeah,
is nuts. What's the biggest bill that you've ever seen in a club?
1.2 million.
You sorry?
$1.2 million, not dirhams, you
What,
guys.
one person?
Yeah, one person. Yeah. It's insane.
I don't know
Like,
how I
what
feel
would you
about that
buy with
because
that? It's like,
you
and
can
you don't even drink alcohol, so
you
like
can change a village for that.
you
You can
can
literally make 5 villages better and change the whole.
the whole place around.
Yeah, like I don't understand how you can spend that on drinks. It doesn't settle with me.
Well, some people just love to do it. I just think that for me, I was like, hell yeah,
Yeah, yeah, because
woo,
yeah,
egging them on.
commission must
Hey,
have
you know
been
what? We
yeah,
have a huge bottle, like
yeah,
the
yeah.
100,000 bottle Ace of
It's as
Spades. You
big
want
as
that
me.
too?
I can't even carry it. Yeah,
Moe? No way.
that's
No, it's kidding.
crazy. 1 point what
$2 million.
in a night? In a
Yeah.
just as a let's go out. I'm just gonna spend $1.2 million.
No, I think it's just like however someone is feeling. In Vegas, it's like they
You should be
have
feeling pretty
yeah,
good if you got 1.2
like
million to just spend on the
pre-shift.
drinks.
Pre-shift would be like, okay, okay, we have a very important clients come in. Okay, we have, you know, these celebrities here. We have Mayweather there. We have this person there. They make sure that we're on point with who we're having coming in,
Mm,
and it'll be like, oh, okay, there's gonna be this guy from Pisa Club. It'll be like a poker player, Phil Ivey, and
mm,
his uncle coming in, or whatever.
yeah.
We have the coolest and interesting people coming in, like good times at the clubs.
You
I
must have
think.
a lot of funny stories
Oh my
with
god,
celebrities and clubs.
yes, a lot.
Enter funny stories segment.
Ding 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 ding. So
Tell me
you
a
want to
funny
hear
story.
one?
Yeah, for sure.
The funny
We can
story.
start by telling them how
No, I
you
have a
you,
funny story. I
you
have
almost
one.
had a baby by 50 Cent and became a millionaire.
Oh my god, I did tell you. No, but I did not. That don't say that because that's not what happened.
Well, it's up
No,
for
okay, so
yeah.
no, like it was a power. He came in to
Yeah.
live and he was in the cluster and I had him as my client,
Mm,
obviously. So he was doing the power, not power premiere, it was like for his cologne.
mm,
So every table got a power cologne.
yeah.
And of course I had him. And I was like, oh my gosh. I'm like, hey, how are you? And he was like, we were just joking around. I was like, if I have a baby by you, will I be a millionaire? He's
Yeah.
like, yeah, of course you will. Of course you will. I was like, but it
You're
was
like,
just so
okay, I
funny.
didn't expect that answer. I kind
He's
of
like,
think, yeah.
he's like, you can have my cologne. You can think of me. I was like, I'll put it on my pillow
Yeah,
at
yeah, I get
night,
that. Yeah,
every night.
I get that.
No, but my girlfriend,
Literally.
Daphne Joy, she has a really beautiful son with him, and they're sweet.
After.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Actually,
is she a
after,
millionaire now?
literally
Because
after.
did he
Yeah,
stick to
well,
his word?
yeah, well, I'm
Yeah.
sure she's good. She's well off.
That must be strange having
She's successful herself too.
having a
She's good
child with a
woman.
celebrity, right?
I mean, I don't have one yet. Anyone up for dibs?
Celebrities
Up for grabs over
lining up.
there?
All my
I'm
celebrity friends
joking.
want to make a baby.
A good one though. A good guy though.
Nah, it doesn't matter. Whatever. The
Whatever.
baby will
I'm
be
old
cute. As long as the
fashioned.
baby's cute, it's fine. It doesn't matter if the
Okay, that's true. I'll be a good
it doesn't
mama.
matter. And then from America, you went where?
So, so.
Like so, clear throat.
Well, let me clear my
Yeah.
throat. No, I moved from Miami
Mm,
to Germany
okay.
because I was dating someone.
Okay, put the mic a little bit closer, just like this. Up
Like,
a bit, up a little bit, up a little bit, up a
uh-huh,
little bit, closer
uh-huh.
to your chest, like a bit.
Oh yeah.
There you go. There you go.
Now you can hear me.
I just want the full details of the story. I don't want anything missed
You
out.
guys want the juicy gossip why I moved? No, I mean like everyone moves for either work or moves for love.
Mm-hmm. Yours was love.
Yeah, mine was
That's a pretty good
LOVE.
Barry White voice, I think, actually.
Hey,
Yeah.
baby. No, so I moved to Germany to this place, and it was crazy. It was like a 180. Miami, hot weather, beaches. There, I get there. It was, I think, around November. I can't
Yeah.
remember the time. It was like around a cold time.
No, I feel you.
I
I grew
get
up in
there,
England. I
and
know.
we are right across like this. They call it a Rhine, but it's like a river, and it was ice, and people were ice skating on it. I was like, where am I? And then I look across, and from where we were staying, and there's like this castle, and I was like, wow, I'm really in medieval time.
Yeah,
Like, where am I? But I learned a lot from it, this relationship. I tried to be, I felt like a soccer mom. I don't know, like I couldn't, like, I thought everyone was going to speak English there,
No,
you
they're not,
know, and only at the restaurants or a hotel or something like that. But really, they don't know anything more than
Yeah.
thank you. And,
Where
but I
was it?
learned a bit of
What area
German.
in Germany was it?
It was called Heidelberg,
Okay.
actually.
Heidelberg.
Really close
Yeah.
to Frankfurt, actually. And anyways, I felt a little bit homesick. I'm not gonna lie.
Kept.
Homesick. No, like he's a funny guy. He's a great guy, but how it ended was really horrible. Like it was devastating.
If we could zoom into the mics for.
Maybe we shouldn't talk about that.
It's up to you. I mean, I'm not going to say his name.
It was a bit embarrassing.
What's his name?
No, that for sure I will not tell you. Good one.
Yeah.
Don't trick me now.
Okay.
No, I'm not going to tell you what happened. It was pretty bad.
Okay.
You don't want to know.
Didn't end up too good.
No, okay. You want me to tell you?
Of course. Tell them.
Why it ended? Okay, well, I'll tell you.
He's
Well, I
bad boy.
Well, okay, so he was playing for this team, and they were in Miami.
Okay.
And I booked them a table at Live, where my home and family and friends, of course, everyone that works there is my family.
Yeah.
And I had left there to move to Germany for him.
Okay.
So I booked him a table, of course, on the dance floor, good table with him and his boys and his teammates. And that, the time difference is so different. So when I wake up, I get loads of pictures. And I'm thinking, what the fuck?
Yeah, what's going on? Yeah.
And
Beep.
yes, of course it's him
Not doing
with
good stuff.
her hands down his pants. I mean, strobe light on him. I was devastated, embarrassed. Everyone in the club
And
knows.
also, it's kind of like, not that it's worse. You can't justify it, but
How could
it's
you cheat
worse
on me
where it was
where-
done. Yeah, that's like doing it in your
You know what?
in
Like,
your house.
for
kind of
one,
thing.
that was messed up. But in a place that I left him for, I left to Paris, like, straight away. I was like, I'm out of here. I cannot believe I'm in Germany for you. You're in where I am. We swap places pretty much. You're there having fun, in a place where I worked, and I'm still homesick. Like, I'm so sad I left there,
And I'm there ice skating
And then
with
I get a
Germans.
million.
This is uber cool.
Yeah, totally not
Yeah.
uber cool. So schön.
Yeah.
Geil. No, yeah, it was really hard for me.
Yeah.
So I tried to get past that point, and to the point that I just left, and my girlfriend just said, my guy friend too, said to me, like, why don't you come to Dubai and work here? So
"Let's do
pretty
it."
much he came back, and I was in Paris, and he's like, and I end up going back because my stuff is all there and everything. So I had to think of an escape plan. And, because I was
That goes back to the
unhappy,
boat
and we
again,
were
right?
fighting
Right
so
back to the beginning.
much. It was so, like, oil and
Just
water.
unhealthy, yeah.
Oil and water. It's like we were, we were just two fiery people. We butt heads all the times, and the best thing is to just let go,
Yeah, just move on.
just go. So I kind of, got a proposition to come move to Dubai and work at this place.
Mm.
And so I ended up thinking, okay, well, how long is it going to take for this process? Oh,
Mm.
no, just like,
Straight
why
away.
don't you just have a Skype call
Mm.
and we'll video call you? So then
Yeah.
I did. I video called and I was talking to Evgeny,
Mm.
which it was, and Mark, Evgeny, and Mark Merriman.
Mm.
So I worked with them in Movida. And straight away, they're like, you're hired. I was like,
Nice.
what? Okay, well, how long does it take? Well, 3 days. You'll get
Yeah.
your resident visa. I was like, wow, that was so fast. Like,
Yeah.
I can't believe it. It was
Mm.
in a, one snap, I'm there.
Mm.
So I was like, okay. They're like, we're going to get your flights and everything because they know my background of nightclubs was
That's
major,
exactly, and that's
in
the thing about
Vegas,
this
Miami,
country. It's
LA.
like if you know what you're doing, you're gonna come here and just
Yeah, yeah.
hit the ground running.
Yeah. So pretty much, I kind of felt a weight off my chest,
Mm.
thinking, I don't want to go back to Miami or anything like that because I was so sad
Mm.
that I was kind of embarrassed and like
Yeah,
of what
especially
happened. So
yeah.
let's just keep it moving.
You don't want to do that whole
And I
kind of
like
like coming
Dubai.
back with your tail tucked between your legs kind of thing,
Yeah,
head
no.
down kind
And
of.
I've been to Dubai before and I was like, you
Mm.
know what? Why not? It's such a dope place. Like I love
Mm.
it here. When I went, it was so good service. It just reminded me of home and good
Mm.
weather. Why not? Safe place to live. So I went. And how I did it was he was away on a nationals game,
Okay.
and I wrote a note saying, thank you for everything, and I packed up all the stuff, put
Mm.
it in a storage, and then I
Just
just wrote
bounce.
a really long note saying, no hard feelings or anything like this,
Mm.
but this is just
It
the
is what
best
it is.
decision,
Yeah.
and then so I just left, like,
And did you get a response from that?
yeah, he came to Dubai looking for me. No, it's okay. Anyways, it's good.
Dude, life moves in mysterious ways,
And
and
then
sometimes it's
I
best
came
for things
here.
to happen like that. And it's kind of like you came here with a fresh start as well. It wasn't like you were coming with, an ex or a
You know
boyfriend in
what?
another country and all that.
Moving
You just
here,
came.
moving here really helped me get over
Mm.
my breakup.
Mm.
It helped me a lot. I didn't think
Mm.
once about it. It just work, and
Mm.
then outside of that, it's like go go
Beach
go
and
go
nice,
go
and yeah,
go
yeah.
go, and
You
I was
can be
like,
distracted
wow,
all the time here, so it's like, and everything's new for you.
yeah,
So it's always like, okay, let's go to the desert, do this, let's go ride horses here, let's go on the
yeah.
quad bikes here, let's go on this.
My mind,
Before you know it, you kind of forgotten all about it.
yeah, out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah,
It was really good for me.
that works. And now you're here doing that. Well, doing that amongst loads of other things because you're like a little bit of a Rubik's cube, right? Got
Yes,
so many different little sides
yes,
and doing that.
yeah.
So going back to the oil and water, the oil in particular.
The oil and
You are
water.
a chef.
Yes, coconut oil.
Coconut oil, very good, very healthy.
So good.
It's so good,
Olive
no?
oil. Lebanese has some good
Lebanese is
oils,
oil,
right?
oil. Yeah,
Olive
all oil, just oil, oil. As you can see by
oil.
my skin, it's just
Yeah, it's
like
so oily.
my
You must
oily
have rubbed it all
forehead,
over your
right?
forehead like
That's
this,
it.
like a mess.
It just comes out of us. It's
This
where
is
we
the
get most of
oil
our oil
from.
from. They just get guys like me who just sit in like a well and they send down test tubes and we just kind of like drag all the oil off our forehead and just send it back up to them. It's a hard life, 12 hours and
That's
stuff,
pretty
as you know about the
disgusting.
whole 12 hours stuff. Yes, but that's why the food tastes so kind of
I'm just
like
gonna dip my bread on your
greasy and
forehead. Like,
right?
this is
I'm surprised
Lebanese
no one's
olive
ever
oil.
done that. When we're at a restaurant, someone just kind of put a bit of bread on my head and
Yeah,
just carried
well,
on eating. Yeah, it's not really that nice, is it?
no. Mm-mm.
But yeah, you're really into the cooking.
Yes, that is one thing that I love to do. That and
Mm.
designing. Like I've designed, my whole life.
Mm.
And since my mom taught me, actually, went to a garage sale and she was like, "What would you like?" Like a yard sale.
Yeah, yeah.
And I wanted this like sewing
Sewing
machine.
machine, yeah.
I wanted to be like her.
Yeah.
So I started sewing like little scrunchies and little
Mm.
things like that. Gave it to all the girls
Mm.
and teachers and stuff like that in school. So I just felt the feedback, and
Mm.
I was like, wow, like people love this and wear it all year in school.
Mm.
So it kind of got me into like I was young. I was
Mm.
maybe 8 years old.
But on it,
Yeah, but then I
if
and
you have it, you have it. Like some people really have this kind of entrepreneurial kind of spirit about them where they do it. I mean, I always had that when I was younger. I always used to swap toys with people and I'd see that, okay, this kid wants this toy. This kid wants that one. I have this one. So I can swap this crappy toy for that one. Give it to him. Take the good one for I always made stuff like that for myself. And even in school, there was a cat near my house that used to like always have babies. So I
That's
used to
cute.
get a box and put the kittens in and take it to school and sell the kittens to the other kids, make the parents buy the kittens and all that stuff. So even since I've been young, like you, I've always wanted to do
You're a
something
hustler.
else.
You're
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
listen,
It's the
each cat
Lebanese.
is
Yeah, yeah.
$100.
The dodgy Lebanese in me. You can sell everything that's going on.
You're like, this one is the
Yeah.
runt. This is the
This one, yeah,
cutest
this is the
one.
cutest one, but
But
scratch a
really,
lot.
they're all the same.
Yeah, right. But yeah,
You don't know which one pumped out first
right.
or
That's
last.
literally. They just keep it a secret and just hope that bring other cats to the neighborhood so they can go to that slutty one and just make loads more babies and
I
stuff.
want to get a pet actually. This COVID time, it makes me a little lonely.
Yeah,
I
but
want to
then
get
it's
a
going
little
to be
pet.
over, and then you're going to be like, okay, you got to go now.
Traveling, you'd be
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
oh,
yeah. You got to
yeah.
go now.
No, I think that if I was to have a kid, I would definitely get like a little dog or something like that for,
No, you wouldn't.
yeah, I would
No, you wouldn't.
for
If you
sure.
had a kid, you'd get a dog.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because maybe my kid, would
Yeah,
want to play with it.
wait till you have the kid and look after that
I
one, and
had a dog.
you're
I
gonna be
had a
like, yeah,
dog.
you had the dog, but once you have the kid, you're gonna be like, okay, this is stressful. I don't want to add another part of stress to this. Like, I already have to walk the kid 3 times a day. I don't want to have
I'm
to walk the
not,
dog as well.
I'm ready for that life.
Yeah.
Like, I'm ready for that life. I don't care if they cry.
Or
I don't care if my baby
applications sent
cries.
to jibber@jabber.com. We would like DNA test done and family history and a
I'm
headshot, right?
serious.
Okay, a
I'm
headshot. I'm
serious.
serious. I'm helping out here.
Any
Headshot, please.
donators out
Yeah,
there?
headshot. We don't want to talk to you. We
I
just need to
definitely
make
want
sure
a
you have
mixed
good DNA.
baby.
That's it. Yeah, mixed babies. I think the whole future will be mixed.
Yeah, my niece and nephews are mixed and they're just
Everyone's,
so
yeah,
talented, so beautiful,
yeah.
smart, and I don't know, I just love mixes. Like they just
Mm,
look like you don't know where they're from
exactly.
sometimes
Yeah,
when you
yeah,
look at them, It's
yeah.
cool though.
That's crazy. My kids. I was talking to Caroline about this on hers. That I mean, my eldest is Lebanese, Spanish, Trinidadian,
Wow.
and my twins are um, Lebanese, English, Somalian.
Wow.
Yeah, so they're
That's
like
crazy.
it's just a crazy mix. And then you don't know where they're from when you're looking at them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nuts. But
I like
tell
that.
me about the cooking because I know
I,
you're really into the cooking.
I just did a show yesterday actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, my first show, well, it's a pilot. I'm very excited about this. It's
Where's it gonna be?
Platinum Live. It's like 1.8 million viewers on
Wow.
the channel. So it went really well.
Hmm.
It went really good. So I
I
just
saw the
like
stories.
cook all the food and then I put the recipes on at the end. I'll
Hmm.
be going live. So, people can ask me any questions that they want or how do I cook it like this or anything personal, or
Hmm.
that I can read or they're going to tell me and I'll have a
Hmm.
mic
But
attached.
you have fun with it too.
Oh yeah.
You have fun with it too, and also you do use your sex appeal when it comes to cooking, which I think works really well. Just like we
Yeah,
were
with the
talking
whipped
about
cream.
with Nigella and stuff. And
Yeah.
I remember I was watching one of your videos on Instagram, and my brother was in the background, and he could obviously hear the volume and stuff. And he was like, "Dude, why are you watching this rubbish?" And then he came over and he was like, "Boobies, boobies." I was like, "Yeah, do you want to finish watching it with me?"
You know what? The reason why.
Yeah,
Okay. So,
dude, it works. I'm totally on side with you. I know that it works. You're going to get 100 more views if you're doing
I
that than
wanted
not.
to wear more covered up,
Yeah.
but of course I have my girlfriend Christina.
Mm,
She's like, "Girl,
mm. Just use
just
what you got, right?
yeah." She's like, "Just wear whatever, just look good, like
Yeah,
wear those
dude.
booty shorts." I was like, "What booty
Dude, why
shorts?"
not? You'd be surprised how many
I'm
more
like, I'm
people will
wearing
watch it.
pajamas
Yeah.
most of the time because I'm at home and it's
From the
COVID
bottom
time.
down, right?
No, like this.
Yeah. No, yeah, it works. I mean, have you had any like issues because you're I don't know what the female version of well endowed is. Um, what's the word?
Wear it out.
I don't know. Do you have any issues? Because I know when I'm cooking and I open the oven, then I close it again. Sometimes like I catch myself in the oven. Do you ever have a Mrs. Doubtfire moment where both your boobs go on fire and then you have to use the
No,
frying
actually,
pans to put them back
I
out
was
again?
testing the food. Like I was testing the salad, and I was so funny in one of my videos. I thought it was funny to keep the blooper in there
Yeah,
because as I was trying not to be sexy eating it, just trying,
just
well,
dripped
maybe a
down.
little sexy, and then yeah, it drips right on my boob. It's actually really funny. So I did it as
Most
I was
hits.
gonna
Yeah,
bite it,
yeah.
and I did a slow mo. It's like
Yeah.
meow.
Dude, you got to do that. It
I
works
got to
so
be
well.
more funny. I got to be more lively.
That's
I don't want
what
to be
people like.
boring, a
Yeah.
square. Like, come on, this is not my personality. At first, I used to be like
Mm.
very
Chef hat.
not me.
Yeah, yeah.
Why not just, yeah, I talk crunchy
Mm.
sometimes,
Mm.
and yeah, there'll be things that I say, but I'm
But
not
I think
ashamed of
personality
being who
goes
I
a
am.
long way.
for sure
especially
does.
on not only getting viewers but retaining viewers.
No, this
You
is
know,
just me, and take it
people are
as it
going to like
is.
it for how you present it and how you are, which is I think is really cool as well. Even my friend, you've met Taline and Ralph, right?
Yes, of
Yeah,
course.
so
Yeah,
Ralph
Tony.
was on her husband was on the last one. He's just started a channel called The Bone In, and he does a lot of cooking. And again, it's the personality that draws you to watching the whole thing. You know, you don't want to just watch someone telling you ingredients and cooking it, and then
No, it's just boring.
you know,
I mean, what, I'd rather just watch Netflix and watch them.
yeah,
Like,
right.
there's one with cannabis. I'm like, wow,
Yeah,
this is really
I actually
cool.
saw that, right? All
Can
the
I
things that
be
you can
can
do,
I be Khalees?
and
Can I be her, like testing all the food?
all the food, right?
Yeah, but not
Yeah,
here
nope,
in Dubai.
not here. I
No.
have no attachments to any of this, and I will
And
not be
yeah.
held responsible for what she is saying. Um, and where are you taking the cooking? I mean, do you actually cook professionally, or is it just
No, you
because
know
you're
what?
always eating, right? You're always cooking.
Yes,
Yeah. Like every
yes.
time I message you, you're like, I'm just making a jus or whatever they're called.
Yeah, today I made like fresh juice. My girlfriend came over,
Yeah.
Sam, and I made a really nice. I love juices. I love
Mm,
taking shots of like turmeric, and
mm.
I'm not even with this COVID keeping the immune system
Just in
up.
general.
It's just in general. I
Mm,
really love putting good stuff into my body,
mm,
organic or not, but of course, like gluten free or not, like. But
mm.
I just love food.
Yeah.
So I made a truffle potato leek puree soup.
And
I
this
have
was
this
early,
lasagna.
right? What time
Yeah,
did you make this? It
no,
was
no,
like
no,
one
no.
o'clock, right?
It
2 o'clock.
takes me like half an hour
Yeah,
to
but
make
what
it.
time was it? It was in the daytime, right?
Yeah, lunchtime, like one.
That's what I'm saying.
And then
It's
like
like
the
so
fresh
much
juice.
effort just for
And I had the Mexican chili, not chili, like this rice and
yeah.
chicken and super nice.
But like when you
Healthy
eat out,
salad.
I mean, I don't know whether it's trashy or I just like to eat or whatever, but I like portions. Like when I go
Big.
to a restaurant
Yeah.
and they have a shrimp on the plate and a bit of dribble around it and one piece of lettuce on the side.
You just
And
want to go to Burger King after.
yeah, it's not about the price or anything, you know. Like there's been times where I've been out and I've eaten, in a romantic restaurant and the food is like the two bites were amazing, don't get me wrong. But then I'm like, do you want
Where's
to go
the
do you
rest?
want to go somewhere else after this?
Yeah, the Burger King
Right?
commercial. It's
And
so
it's
funny.
true.
No, it's like,
Like, are you down
so
with that?
are you down with Cheesecake Factory? Because
Yeah.
their portions are
Yeah.
ginormous and you
I'm
get
so
your
down. And I
money's
finish
worth.
them and I get like, a meal and the nachos and the buffalo wings and I'm good to go.
You're such a fatty.
Yeah, I know, right?
My goodness.
That's why I train so much because if I didn't, I would be a completely different person.
Like some love
Yeah, I
handles.
have to love handles. There'll be just be like
No more obliques.
there'll be
It's just love
doors.
handles.
There'll just be doors and stuff. It would just yeah, I just train so I can kind of hide the comfort eater that I am. I don't even think it's a comfort eater. I think I'm just gluttonous. I think I'm just greedy. I just like food.
Me too.
I can't
I
do those
love
small portions.
desserts. Ooh, I have so many good recipes coming up. Like I'll just sit there and just be on my phone and thinking of food all day and being like, okay, I'm gonna put that all together and I'm gonna make like a
Yeah.
red velvet cheesecake with this and that, and I'm just thinking of cool and creative, something
Mm,
different, you know. And of course, with traveling, it helps me a lot too to learn about
mm.
spices from
Yeah,
different,
yeah.
like Lebanese has so. I went to a Lebanese place off Sheikh Zayed
So much
Road,
forehead
and
grease.
so many good spices there that you cannot
Mm.
find at Waitrose or,
It's the oil.
ew.
It's the oil.
Just kidding.
Sometimes you eat stuff and you don't know
It
what it is, and
is.
it's delicious.
There's
Like I
so
don't know if
many
I've
things.
ruined Lebanese cuisine for you, but most of it is mustache oil and
Mustache
yeah,
oil, well, beard oil.
yeah, that's it. Just the natural Lebanese mustache oil. And
Or
sprinkle. I need some more mustache oil. Bilal, come here. And you'll come. And you'll squeeze the beard into it, and that's how it is.
Yeah,
It
make a
tastes good.
nice salad dressing with that.
Yeah, right.
Wow.
But what about the Vietnamese cuisine? Are you up
I
on that?
love Vietnamese food. Like, I mean, of course, I love Chinese food, Japanese food. I love Italian
Mm,
food, Greek food, Lebanese food. But Vietnamese food is super healthy.
yeah,
It is, I mean, I grew up eating it. My mom
your mom was big
is
on that, right?
the bomb chef.
Yeah.
Like,
Mm,
literally, I learned everything from her. And I made it my own. You
mm,
know, how you reinvent
yeah, yeah.
a new idea,
Mm,
you innovate it. So I always learn from my mom. Like, of course, she makes bomb soups and
mm,
crab. Her crab is the bomb.
good,
I
right?
don't know. She puts like the whole insides of the
Yeah,
crab.
yeah.
Like, that's why I'm like, mom and dad would always take me like fishing and
Yeah,
crabbing when I was
yeah,
younger.
yeah.
So we'd like catch Dungeness crabs with, taking their little
Mm.
hind pinky fingers and like holding them. Like I grew
I
up in
think
a
that's really important. Just the whole culture thing, because, and this is something that I'm worried about with my kids, because growing up, my mum used to, any Lebanese dish she could make,
yeah.
and she would literally feed the neighborhood, like all the
Oh,
time.
that's
All my
sweet.
friends, they would always eat with us. It would always be so many different things, and I kind of felt sorry for my friends who, my English friends who, I'd go to their house and their mum would make us a sandwich kind of thing, like a cheese sandwich,
Yeah, I think
and
cultured families are just
yeah, it
always
was just
giving.
nuts. And my mum was crazy in a sense where, like, a friend would be over, would be sitting outside the house, and she'd be like, "Oh, do you want something to eat?" And then he'd be like, "Oh, okay." And then she'd go in and come out with like half an hour later with 7, 8 different things that she's made from scratch, kind of thing. And then it got to the point where I started wondering whether my friends actually like me or they just like eating my mum's food and they
Oh
just all
my
come
gosh, my
over,
friends would always come over. They'd be like, "Oh my God, did your mom make that
Yeah,
pho?
yeah,
Like, did
right.
she make that
And
pho?
then the
Oh my
cheeky
God,
little
those
bastards as well.
meatballs.
They start having requests, right?
Did you,
Can you ask your mum to make that for
those
me today?
salad
And you'd be
rolls? Oh
like,
my gosh, let's
yeah.
make them. Like my mom would make not just Vietnamese food, she made everything. Like she
Mm.
made samosas, she makes like everything.
Yeah, I think culture is
Like
so important, and that's
yeah,
what I need to kind of learn myself as well, because yeah, we have the nanny, she's amazing and she's a part of the family, but I also do want to have that kind of, my dad taught me how to cook some Lebanese food
do you
or
cook at all?
all that stuff. Yeah. Look,
No,
I
but they
can cook,
say
but I don't.
no. What do you make? Pasta,
No, 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 no,
steaks,
no. I can make anything.
chicken.
Anything that if I have the ingredients or if I've tasted it before, I can make it. It's
Really?
whether I do make it or not. I told you, I'm
You're just
greedy. I have
lazy.
a palette of
Are you
a million
lazy?
foods. Yeah.
You don't want to do the dishes
Yeah,
after.
no,
You're
no, it's
probably
not
like,
the
oh, that's a
dishes.
lot of effort.
It's not the dishes. It's just,
No?
it gets to the point that when you have a nanny and she
Yeah.
kind of looks after everything,
You get spoiled.
yeah, you get spoiled and you're like, well, I don't need to cook because before I know it, the food's already there, kind of thing. So I do need to take accountability for that, and I do need to be more of a, all right, boys, we're doing this, but they're a bit young now, so I'll just ride the wave until it gets to the age where they'll understand that they're
But
cooking
it's
with
good.
me.
Like I feel like if you cook for your kids
Mm.
instead of going out all the time where they can order whatever they
Oh
want,
no, my kids eat
later in
inside
life
all
they'll
the time.
be
Yeah, yeah.
later in life. Oh yeah, that's good because the
They
nanny,
didn't they
right?
didn't have anything sugar until like
Sometimes
two
people
and a
get
half years old. They've never drank a fizzy drink in their life. They love fruit and stuff. So
that's
a
good
treat for them. We just gave them chocolate about a month ago,
and they
which
love it.
which is too, yeah, they love it, but they're happy to have fruit. Can I have
How about
apple? Can I have
cookies?
this and stuff? Not yet. We're slowly
Oh
bringing. We
my
don't want to get
God,
them
they're
too
gonna be
addicted
like
to
cookie
sugar.
monsters for
Dude, they're
sure.
nuts already, man. I don't want to add any kind of speed to them. Right now, I'm trying to just kind of like monitor the speed and stop it from
Yeah,
getting any
right.
faster,
Yeah.
because people don't understand that. And my brother does sneaky stuff like that. Like he wants to be the cool
Like
uncle. Yeah, so he wants to do that. He doesn't understand the chemicals behind it. That if you give them sugar and then you leave the house and I'm left with them and
they're
it's 10
bouncing
minutes
off the
before their
walls.
bedtime and you go, no, they'll be fine. And then I have to deal with that stuff. And I keep telling him, stop doing that, dude. And he doesn't take me seriously. He's like, yeah, all right, cool, I will. But
I'm that auntie.
he's sneaking the
I'm
stuff
that
in. Yeah.
auntie. I'm big time that
I
auntie.
know what we
I
have to
have
deal with when you leave.
I have 6 nieces and nephews, and I swear, like, it's so funny too. Not just to cook for them, like they have
It's not
like
funny for
my
us.
nephew loves like my beef Thai chili soup, or
Mm.
like he has like a special request, and
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
so funny and like I love it. They're like, when I come to visit, they're like, "Can you please make that for me?" I'm like,
Mm.
"Of course!" Like I'm totally happy. Like I love it. But oh my gosh, taking kids out to eat now when they get older, they're like, "Hi, can I get a filet mignon?" We're
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
"Well,
exactly,
I
right.
want
And
myself that filet
especially like
mignon."
growing up here and stuff. Like I
Yeah, like
worry about that when I go back to the UK, like, and this is another thing, the accent. I had to make sure now, like I am going to make sure that they go to a British school, because the last thing I want is my kids with an American accent going back to the UK.
You are so
And
mean.
no, no, no,
Actually,
no, 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 no,
Caroline's son
no.
is in a
Yeah,
British school, and she was
right.
like, "What did you
Yeah,
say?"
because when you go back there and you're already from Dubai, you're not, you haven't been raised there, and you're bringing the whole, because Arabs have this, especially Lebanese as well, they have this American curriculum kind of twang in their accent, where it's like American English, and
Really?
obviously, yeah, yeah,
I would
big
love for
time,
you to say, "Here,
big
there,
time.
around the square."
Here, there, around the square in English,
See,
or
yeah, there you go. You don't pronounce ours, but say now in the American way. What I said. Try
what?
to act American. Just say it like you would
Um,
try to make an American accent.
Yo, Shawty,
Say it.
it's your birthday.
Go
We gonna
girl,
party
it's your
like it's your
birthday.
birthday.
No,
No, I
because
don't know the American accent.
here, there, around the square. It's so funny how they
Here,
pronounce
there,
the
around
here.
the square.
See,
Yes, I
no,
think we're speaking the Queen's English and we're
no.
doing it the
You
proper way.
say no. You don't pronounce ours. But if you were to talk like an American accent,
Hmm.
just try to say that. I always
Here. I don't know which Brooklyn. Here, get in the car. I don't know which
no.
accent to do.
Actually, good point. New
Yeah,
Yorkers don't say ours
there you
either.
go.
Okay, pretend you're from LA.
I don't know what an LA accent is.
Sounds like me.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
No,
You
my God.
use
Now you sound
Crickle
like
Gel? Crickle
Critical
Gel. Do you
Joe.
have boyfriend?
No, I have no boyfriend. I only use Joe. I guess I need crit
Crickle Gel.
Critical
Crickle
Joe.
Gel. Honey.
Why your nails so
But you
long?
did your own nails, right?
I did. So
Is that are
fancy.
you like
Woo.
projecting the stereotype or?
No, I want to just match my hair, to be honest.
But let's get back to the cooking. Is it something that because what do you do now?
I,
Because
I
I've known you for ages, like,
hmm
and ever since I've known you for 3 days now,
yeah,
I
so
I
long.
need to know.
Holy hell.
I've known you for years. No, so what is it?
Forever.
What is your main thing? Because I know you've got one. We'll get onto the lingerie thing, and we'll get onto the. It's not what you think it is, like, and
No, so with this COVID time, of course, the club that I'm currently working at is called Mantis.
mm.
Actually, I quit
But I mean, you're not
working.
cooking there, right? You're
No.
okay.
No, I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm not cooking there at
you're just a
all. Actually, they
professional
do make
clubber.
sushi there. No, I don't.
Yeah.
Um, Basically, I not just a brand director. I am also taking care of the staff on the floor.
Okay.
Making sure everyone is doing their job,
Mm,
everyone's good. I mean, there is a GM, there is a manager as well. So
mm.
I don't have a lot of overhead and a lot of time,
Yeah, yeah.
into that because that's not what I signed up for.
Mm,
And pretty much just let it all happen. I mean, I was always doing bottle service
mm.
and I quite like doing that too because I get tips. So
That's
if you
right.
guys see
Tips.
me, Mantis, we're the actually only club in the DIFC that's open till has a license till 7 a.m.
Right, I heard about that. Somebody
Yeah,
was
and
telling me
it's a
about
house
that.
night, so it's
Yeah,
super fun. I
somebody was
love
telling me
it.
about that recently, and I was like, clubs close at
Yeah, we have
2,
like
3 here, dude. You're not in a club till 7 a.m. They're like, no, it's open till.
we had a lot of good
But does the
DJs.
alcohol stop at a certain time, or is it also
No, you can drink up until
really?
that time, like go
Wow.
bananas. So a lot of the clubs that close, there's not a lot of after
Yeah, after
hours
party. Yeah,
clubs,
yeah.
So we're one of them.
Mm,
So a lot of people, it's right in the heart of DIFC.
mm,
So it's easy for people to come from another club if they don't want to have parties at their house or go to
mm.
bed. They
Yeah,
just
yeah,
go there. So
yeah.
it's a perfect place. And
Or if you're locked out the house, you just go to the
you
club
just
and
go
just
to the
chill there,
club and
right?
you'll see me.
Just wait until
Hey.
somebody wakes up in the morning in the house and lets you back in again.
Yeah, so I'm there because it's only, we're only open up 2 nights a week now.
Okay,
And of course, we're not open up any nights of the week now
exactly.
because of this time. And who knows when it's going to open? We don't know.
Mm.
I'm sure that everyone in this type of industry, if you're an artist, a DJ,
Yeah,
all the
dude.
way down to a bartender,
Everyone in every industry, even
door
mine with
person.
training, because apart from this, I do personal training and stuff. So a lot of my clients, high-end clients and stuff, and there's just no work.
No, so I would always work out since I was
Mm,
like 15 and do like the routine one day this, bis and
mm,
tries, legs, always
mm.
doing abs, doing 20 minutes of running. He taught me
Something completely
so
different. Yeah,
much more.
yeah.
Wow. Like when you have a real personal trainer
It
training
makes
you, like
all the difference. Like people don't understand that
I love circuit
yeah,
trainings.
the
It's
change of a wrist
so,
position or something can completely activate a completely different muscle.
yeah,
And so many people aren't trainers, but they've managed to look good one way or another. Um,
true.
and they start training people and they don't have any idea. And also, when they're training people who aren't taking these special supplements that they take, they don't know how to train a natural person to progress. Because them, no matter what they're doing, if they were, just doing their shopping, if you got that in your system, you're going to start getting bigger. Do you know what I mean? But somebody who's not taking any stuff is not going to progress the way you did. So it's a dodgy.
Yeah.
But I get the whole thing because I love bartering since I was young. I really believe in that old school way of what do you have to offer and what do I have to offer? Okay, cool. I'll give you this, you give me that, and then
I love
that's fine.
tradesies.
It works
Sometimes I'm
so
like,
well.
I would never trade up my fruit roll-ups or my, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
a
yeah,
fruit by the foots, like those were the
yeah, yeah,
bomb and my little fruit wrinkles.
yeah,
I love those. No chocolates, chips, they're all mine. But
yeah.
like, but I love to trade things. Like when I was in
Yeah.
school, like, oh yeah, but it's a good thing. Like
Yeah,
sometimes your
it
mom gives
is.
you something like, oh, I don't
Yeah, you
want
don't want them. Yeah,
that,
yeah,
and then
yeah.
I didn't want this either. Okay, you want it?
Okay,
Okay,
let's swap.
perfect.
Yeah.
Trade. It's dope.
But
Yeah.
do you not want to do like cooking, like big time cooking? Because you seem to really
Okay,
enjoy it.
so this is okay. Everyone on Instagram was like, hey, like all my friends and people I don't even know,
Mm,
was always saying like, wow, the food looks bomb.
mm,
Where can I, what's the recipe? And I didn't have time to just, if you're a really good friend and I
mm-mm.
really
Yeah,
had the
yeah,
time,
exactly.
then I'll tell you the recipe,
Yeah, yeah,
But of course, because I love to share.
yeah, yeah.
Like I really love to share.
And you're an entertainer as well. You have a good personality and spirit kind of thing. So you kind of don't mind kind of,
Yeah. So
yeah.
then I thought, okay, this COVID time, everyone's in lockdown,
Mm,
and why not? Let's just start making little videos.
mm,
Because I see people like, always posting, and I'm like, what, why don't I just download this app called Movi? It's
mm.
amazing. Actually, my girlfriend that was working out, she was using this app. I
To
said,
do it,
what
yeah,
app are you using to
yeah,
cut and chop and
yeah,
do
yeah.
all this? And she told me about it. So I downloaded it.
Mm.
Why don't I just test it out? My
And see how it
girlfriend was
goes.
stuck with me,
Yeah.
Maria from London. Anyway, she came and this all happened. So she's like, I don't know if I want to go back. And, she
Mm.
got laid off at work in
Yeah.
London as well. So she ended up staying with me. So she was my
And so here's your new job.
camera
You are
woman.
assistant
I love
now.
her. Thank you,
Yeah, yeah.
Maria, for that. So yeah, so I tested it out and it was easy. I thought, wow, editing is quite easy,
Mm. Yeah, it's not when you're doing 2 hour videos. It's
No,
annoying.
actually, it takes about
It's
like
annoying, right?
it's really
It
long.
literally takes
No,
triple the amount of time the
and
video
then you
is.
have to put the
Yeah, yeah,
text in there,
yeah,
but
yeah.
at the end,
But
the
it's
outcome
fun.
is good.
Seeing the finished product and the solution
Yeah,
is always
look,
fun. Yeah,
like
yeah,
look, I got a TV. A lot of
yeah.
people don't really know if you have it in you
Until
until
you try.
you
Yeah, yeah,
try it.
yeah.
So that when you really try it and you love what you do, just
Mm.
go for it because really you have nothing to lose,
Nothing to lose
right?
at all. Yeah, yeah.
I could read a book all day long, but really, how many,
Mm.
I want to do something that's fun and
And
feed
something
my
that's going to
friends and
entertain
feed
people and help
myself.
them. Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And
But later on in the future, though,
you want
this
to do
is
it.
the next step. I definitely want to do a traveling channel.
Travel cooking channel.
Yes, because
Yeah,
I really, I really have it all laid out
yeah, yeah.
of what I want it to
Yeah,
look
but that's all
like.
about manifestation, right? If you put it into the
Oh, I
universe,
do.
it will happen.
Oh, yeah.
And
This
I've
has
had so
been,
many first-hand experiences of that where I've literally thought about something and kind of, yeah, this is gonna happen, and then it's happened, and then I'm like, with all this power,
yeah,
like,
you
what am I
just need
gonna
to believe
do?
in
Yeah, yeah.
yourself. You just need to have,
No, yeah, there's
ambition
definitely a
and
connection
a
there.
go getter and do it.
Mm,
It's not about who you know or whatnot. You have nothing to lose. Even if you do it yourself and put
mm,
it on YouTube, maybe,
exactly.
but doors will
Mm.
open
And it's
as long
also
as you're
that
really.
Gary V kind of mentality as well, where it's like, as long as you do something you enjoy,
Mhm.
even if it takes a year or whatever, people will see that you're doing this because you enjoy it.
Yeah,
And they'll like that. They'll appreciate it and it will draw them to you. If you're doing it because, someone forced you to do it, or you're, "Ah, I need money,
no,
I have to do this now, it's the only, then they'll
yes,
see that in it and they'll get that vibe from it, as
yeah.
opposed to just,
Being passionate
yeah,
about what you do. I'm
exactly.
passionate. Like I'm
Mm,
passionate. I love, designing for one thing.
mm,
I'll look at it like a whole, like a blanket and make it into a crazy couture dress.
mm,
you know,
yeah,
I have all the tools and
yeah.
everything, to make it. So why not?
Are you gonna make me a cool training vest?
Actually, I was gonna start making some masks. So maybe I'll make you like a Jordan one.
Yep,
Yeah, that'll be
I'm
really cool, right?
in.
I can make you
Rafi's gonna
like
try
a.
and steal that from me, but don't worry, I'll get another one for you. Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, just for fun, because my girlfriend wanted to. I was just gonna teach her how to sew, just
Mm,
some easy things, and
mm.
like bead on some crystals and things like that. Don't worry, I won't make yours curly.
Why?
You really want crystals on yours?
Can you not see my beautiful colors that I'm wearing? I have no
You want to
issues with
shine
anything.
like your forehead? Shine bright like your
Shine.
forehead.
Can you get can you get the exact shine on the mask as my forehead? Do you need like
Wow.
a sample or something? Because I could also always just
You're not
put some on your
sweating. You're
thingy.
just glowing.
It's radiating, I
Yes,
think.
you're vibrant.
Uh, what can I say? I try not to be so illuminated, I think the word is.
Well,
But
you're
it's
illuminating.
just there, right?
Yes, all natural.
Pretty greasy. Do you have any cotton buds with you?
No,
Here's one I
not
have
on
earlier.
me. Oh, no, no, I don't need to pull anything out from there. The only thing I'm pulling out from there is my nipple, so that's gonna stay right in there.
Camera 2, camera 3, camera 1.
Ah,
Do you listen to American music?
huh?
Are you really into hip hop and American music?
I grew up listening to everything. I mean, from Prince
Yeah.
to George Michael, like to everything, you know. I listen to everything. I love R&B, I love hip hop, I love house
What about
music.
new music? Because the
Me-
person I want to talk about now is I've been meaning to talk about him with a couple of my other American guests, but it's just slipped the conversation. Do you know Tekashi 69?
Of course I do.
I love him. He's my spirit animal.
Actually, you know a funny thing?
Mm.
My friend Stefan, he is a director,
Yeah.
Red Jimmy. He really does really well. And he calls
Mm.
me up one day and was like, "Yo, Mai, you know, I know you have your swimsuit line, you know, and I know you know hot girls." I was like,
Mm.
"Okay, yeah, go on." He goes, "Yeah, we're doing a music video. So, so you want to work a deal or something like that, and it's for
Mm.
Takashi 69." So I was like, "Why not? This is great
Yeah,
exposure
yeah.
for Pretty Kitty.
Yeah, for sure.
Why not, right?" So now I was like, "Okay, let me gather up who wants to come
Mm.
and this and that." So I get there with my swimsuits and stuff like that, and I was not wanting to be in the video,
Mm.
but I always am coming ready.
Ready? Ready to
No, but I
go.
wasn't.
Fly.
Yeah, anyways, it was a funny situation. He always got me sometimes, like, just
Yeah.
here, you're in the video now.
So are you in one of the videos?
Yeah.
Which video?
Not telling
I'm gonna look at them. I'm gonna look at them.
you. You
There's only
can
about
search
6
all
anyway.
you want.
I'm gonna
But
find them.
yeah, so the
Dude,
girls are wearing some
I
of the
love
bikinis.
that kid, dude.
Yeah.
Just look,
He's
forget
out now.
about all the stuff. He's
Yeah.
just fun, and he's
Yeah,
just
he's
like,
actually a really nice
yeah,
guy.
and he's just like, you know, like I remember when he first came out, and I was telling people about him, and they were like, "No, I don't like it." I was like, "This music makes me want to just cause a 6-car pileup in the middle of the road." Like, and it's not supposed to be. I mean, he's not a lyricist. He even says it himself. It's just fun music, and I just love his whole vibe with the rainbow hair and everything. And I know this
He
whole
just
issue with
looks
this.
like, look,
Yeah,
like me.
yeah, exactly. We're just like the blue
I
Takashi
don't
today.
know about the whole 7-color rainbow hair,
Yeah, but it
but I mean, the
works.
blue, I
It
like having
works.
pink, I like purple,
I
like I
like it
like it
on
all.
him, and I think it's brave of him. So he's also got a, because you said the mask thing. So he has a mask with his grill on it that he
No
put
way,
in
that's
his
so
new, yeah,
funny.
with the shark teeth grills, the rainbow grills, and it looked pretty cool. So maybe you can make me a Takashi mask.
Okay, well, I'll just use my nail polish colors
Right.
and just
Just
like
put
a
get some fake
recolor.
nails and just
I'll put
print
it
them
in
on
like
there.
the gel like lights and
Yeah.
I'll harden it up.
I need to know what Takashi
You
video
know,
this
it's
is.
gonna be so
Because
funny.
my
I'm
son
totally gonna
loves
make you
Takashi.
it. I'm
Yeah,
totally
I'm
gonna
definitely
make.
gonna wear. I will wear it in the
You'll
beginning of
see
the
how
next
creative
podcast.
and fun I am.
You have to tell me which video this is because my son loves Takashi.
Later, I don't want you guys all to see me because I don't know if I like what I look like.
All right, I'm gonna post it on the Instagram. So
Don't do it. I didn't even do it myself.
Tell me what happens when you die.
You go to heaven.
Really?
You're just an energy living on this earth.
Mm.
You're somewhere. You reincarnate into a beautiful butterfly.
Bingo, you listening? She's looking right into your eyes while she's telling you this. You're a beautiful
I'm-
butterfly.
Or a dolphin.
Are you gonna come back as a dolphin? Yeah.
Come right on my back.
Dolphins are rapists. You know that, right?
Are they?
No, they are. They actually are.
They're just horny.
Yeah, they try to rape everyone. Guys, girls,
I'm
whatever, whoever
horny.
is there.
Horny, horny,
And
horny.
ladies and gentlemen, the Vietnamese national anthem.
Me so horny. Me so horny.
If you didn't know,
me so horny.
Mai
Me love you long
she
time.
wrote that song. She was very young when she wrote it, which is a bit worrying.
Hey,
But
soldier boy.
how did you feel about that? Like when, like for example, when
Uncle
your mum,
Luke?
when your
About
mum
Uncle
first
Luke or
heard
my
that
mom?
song, when your mum first heard that song, was she just like, no, no?
Me so horny. I'm sure back in the day when she was young too, she was like, "Damn, you guys are fine as hell. Ooh,
Yeah.
me so horny too."
That's right.
Look at that.
The soundbite,
Yeah.
you got to check the soundbite. That does sound like mum.
Yeah, Mom, was that you? Are
But
you
yeah,
sure?
tell me. I want to know your views about it. I like hearing everyone's views about this. So, you believe in reincarnation, or you believe in heaven, hell, heaven?
No, I think everyone is when they leave this earth, they're an energy on this earth
Mhm.
still, and yeah, I do believe in that. But I mean, I'm a Christian, I'm a Buddhist, but do I believe in? I
You're a
don't know
Christian
where
and
I'll
a
be.
Buddhist?
I don't want to think about that because I think death scares the crap
Yeah,
out
this
of me.
is
like
why I bring it up because I
living
want to know people's opinions on it.
hell.
Like, because you have to think about
How
it.
about you?
You
What do
have
you
to think
think?
about it. No. We're gonna go for you first, and then we're
No, no,
gonna.
you asked me.
I've
I told you.
I say it in every
I told you
podcast.
I'm
I'll
going
tell
to be
you,
a beautiful butterfly
and that's it.
or a dolphin.
But that's reincarnation. That's not heaven, right?
No, well, okay. And in heaven, I'm a Care Bear. Okay, I'm a Care
So
Bear.
you feel like heaven is gonna be you're gonna be
Heaven on
a
earth.
bear.
Heaven is on earth.
Yeah,
So
heaven
we're
is,
living in heaven, you guys. This
and then it
is the
ends,
reality,
and then it ends.
and there's no ending. I'm gonna be become a vampire,
See, I love this
immortal.
conversation
Okay.
because so many people have such different opinions, and some people just really don't want to think about it.
No, of course not. Of course, the last thing I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to. You know what I mean?
Really,
It because
but
we're
you're not aware of
happy.
it, or
No, I'm aware when
like it's not something
friends
you think about it.
pass,
Yeah,
family members pass, it's sad.
because it
It's
scares the
saddening.
shit out of me.
Yeah, and
Like it's
I
but
mean,
it's very
I had
interesting
a
too.
spooky experience
Mm,
where a friend of mine died,
mm,
and his girlfriend was my best friend, Rihanna,
mm.
and
Riri.
not
Oh,
Riri,
okay.
not the real Riri.
I think
No,
Riri would
Rihanna,
look pretty good in some of your
Rihanna Garcia.
swimming
Oh
not
hell
swimming, the
yeah, she
lingerie.
would. She looked
You should
badass.
pitch it to her.
Yeah, I should.
Mm.
One day.
I'll pitch it
You
to
never
you.
know.
If any of my 9 followers know Rihanna, could you pitch the
No,
yeah.
my friend used to manage her.
Really?
Yeah,
Pitch it. But yeah,
market a
tell
little
me.
bit.
So you had a spooky story?
Yeah. So, anyways, about this on topic again.
Mm,
So we let her stay with us,
mm-hmm.
and she stayed with me, and we couldn't. She didn't hear from him. They were living together for 5 years. She didn't hear from him for, I don't know, 3 months. We just said, I think he's gone. And long story short, she stayed with me, and before his funeral,
Mm.
we're just sitting there talking, and she's making like a huge, you know, picture frame of all these pictures and
I
memories of
just
him and his
wanna
friends.
get something clear. She didn't hear from him for 3 months, meaning what? As in he just
No, there
disappeared.
was just gonna be like, no, and then we found out, sorry, that
Yeah,
he got murdered.
but how did she get?
Then the
How did
funeral
it get
happened
3 months before you found that out?
because no one knew where he was. No one found his body. Just his dog was there, and they
Whoa.
lived together. And she was working, and so, long story short,
Mm,
we found out they discovered his body,
mm,
and then see things like that. I hate
mm,
hearing things like that. It's so negative, and and of course, like she was
mm.
staying with me because she didn't know where to go.
Yeah.
So she stayed with me, and we found out he was dead. And then the day before the funeral, she was making a whole picture frame of
Mm.
pictures, cutting out pictures and pasting on to this board. And as we were talking, she was crying about him, and the candle started to flicker from there to there. That I freaked out. I did.
Wow.
And she was not. She was so calm, and she goes, "Oh my gosh, it's him. He's here."
Mm,
And this, not shitting you, I freaked out even
mm,
more. I left. I left. I left my own house to go
mm.
to my girlfriend's house
Yeah.
because at that time my boyfriend was not home.
Yeah.
I had to leave. I had to like get in my car, lock the door, like, and go to my girlfriend's house. And I was like scared that
Mm.
because I didn't want to be sleeping with this spirit there, even though I
This
know
dude
it's
in my
not
house. Yeah. Yeah.
harming. I know, but
Yeah. Yeah.
this orange that was in the orange, like this fruit bowl, just rolled off the counter and rolled towards us. That crap, like that freaked the shit out of me.
Apparently, you still need vitamin C in the afterlife.
Yeah, but she was totally like, she was
She
happy
was just
that he was
cool.
there.
Yeah.
I
And
literally
do
was
you
on the
believe
phone with
that
my
he was
sister the
there?
whole time
Is that something that
driving
you
to my
believe? Do you
girlfriend's.
believe in like ghosts or
No, after
spirits,
that, yeah.
energies and stuff?
And that night, actually, I had fell asleep. As I was in almost about to sleep, I think I'm sleeping, and I just see black, and I just hear these like chanting noises, and I'm like, this is freaking me out, like kids on a
Mm.
merry-go-round, like just really creepy. And I literally was trying to wake up and move,
Well,
and I was
you had
stuck.
sleep paralysis.
Yes, I literally was like freaking out. I started crying in my own. I'm
Mm.
awake, but I'm sleeping, but I can't move. I was crying, like literally crying, and I felt so stuck and
Mm.
trapped, and that scared the crap out of me. So when you're talking about all that,
It's
there's your
true.
answer.
Yeah.
I get scared of that, and I don't like talking about it.
But it is something that we all kind of have in common, and something that we have to face, and I think people should be aware of it.
But that was when I was younger, so now I'm like, okay,
Mm.
I'm okay with it.
You're all
But
right with it? You're prepared?
that was just a freaky moment because I never believed in ghosts
Mm.
and spirits and things like that. But I'm not. There's
Do you think your spirit is going to be in Live?
at the
Just
club partying like
running around the place, knocking over bottles, stealing tips. These are mine.
no, I never steal tips. Hell no.
Did you
Like
ever
what
have?
you make is
Do you
zero.
ever have issues with people doing that?
There was one time where they said, "Oh, sorry guys, we thought we gave you all of it, but it wasn't."
Mm.
So there's always some shady people in the business.
Mm.
They always try to scheme just a little bit from everyone and not
Yeah.
think that they notice, but it happens. Sure,
Yeah.
of course. Anything to do with money, it happens.
Mm. That's all good. Keep talking.
All good
That's
in the
fine.
hood.
It's all good in the hood.
All good in the hood.
Yeah. I mean, I ask every one of my guests this kind of towards the end of the podcast because I don't know. It's a very
Personal question.
Yeah. I think that's the common thing that kind of brings everyone together, no matter what's going on in your life.
Okay, tell me. What is
There's
it?
all just the fact that we're all gonna go.
Stop talking about that.
Why? I want you to.
I'm never leaving, you guys. Just letting you know, I'm about to get myself comfortable.
Yeah, that's it. And we're not at the end. We're not going to talk about that anymore. There's another hour to go.
No way, Jose.
So what about the lingerie? How's that doing?
the lingerie?
Because I must admit, I looked at it. It's
a
pretty
funny
cool.
email actually. I had a funny email. Somebody was like, "Hi, I just want to let you know that I like to wear women's lingerie, and I don't know what size I am, so I had to help him, like
Figure out what size he
I
was.
I was just thinking, okay, well, what size are you? Like, what do you wear?"
Mm.
And he is a corporate guy from San
So-
Francisco.
San Francisco.
Yeah, he ended up getting a lot of lingerie for himself. He likes
Really?
to wear garter belts and
I think he wears it under it, like
and
in
that was
meetings
the
under his
most-
clothes.
you cannot imagine how many freak leaks are out there. And whatever. Some people like to get tied up, and some people like to get whipped and candle wax on them. But this guy likes to wear lingerie, and I think a lot of people do. I mean,
It's good business. Good
Yeah,
business for you.
but-
And if you do like to wear lingerie, then you can go to what's the website?
myseductivelingerie.com.
myseductivelingerie.com. Gonna have
And
that up there on top of your head.
I have and on there you can see the links for everything else
everything
and the
else.
websites for the lingerie. It's myseductivelingerie.com
Mhm.
and there's prettykitty.com. PRITTYKITTY.com.
I like the way that sounds. Say it again. PRITTYKITTY. I'm really good at making jingles. I can make you a jingle for that.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Jingle it, baby.
that's it. I'm gonna jingle it. You're not gonna hear it now. It's
Jingle it, baby.
after you send me the invoice, or I send you the invoice, I'll send you over the jingle. So
Alright.
my
Yes, yes.
also means water
My,
in
like,
Arabic. You know that.
Oh my God, yes. You need
Yes.
me to live.
You need her to live, otherwise we'd all die without my.
Yes.
My.
You need my in your life.
It's been a pleasure, and it's sad that we have to
Oh, I'm
cut
so
this off
sorry
already.
about
And
that.
time's flew. It's already been like an hour and a half.
Lord of mercy.
But we will be. Booyaka. But we will be back again for sure.
Of course.
We have to do number 2
That is
and
good.
different color hair for the next one.
Yes, what color should I do, you
We'll do a
guys?
Takashi. I think we should do a rainbow.
Rainbow?
Yeah, all over.
Some Burning Man style? I'm sad. I really want to go to Burning Man.
That's all right. We'll do one in the car park here. It's
I
not-
said
it's not an issue.
2020 is going to be amazing at Burning Man. I live in Ibiza in the summer too, and it's so sad. Like, you guys, I
You
lived
lived there for the whole summer.
The whole summer. This would have been my 7th summer there, and I'm so bummed. Like, I live right in the Marina Butterfuck. Sorry. What a fuck.
She lives in Buttfuck Marina. So you can see why she
And I
enjoys
love
Ibiza
it.
so
And
much.
It's so home. Like, it's so good to have
So you love
Dubai.
to party, dude.
I likes to
To
party.
party. Yeah.
I likes to party.
You
No.
like to party,
Yes.
for sure.
No, it's not just that. I just feel like it's so different from Dubai.
Mm.
You're on an island.
Yeah.
You're with all your good friends. You feel like home. Where all the beaches are, all your friends, all the caves and all the cool stuff. There's horseback riding. There's so much more to offer in Ibiza that a lot of people don't really know that's there. There's wine vineyards and
Other
there's
than clubbing.
table to
Because
farm,
when I hear
farm to
Ibiza,
table.
I hear all I think is about people on drugs clubbing all through the night.
Yeah, and I'm
That's the
sure
only
in
thing that
San
comes to mind.
Antonio, where all the English are.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly,
just
right?
joking.
It's not me, mate. It's them. It's them. It's
No,
not
I'm
me.
joking.
It's not
No,
me.
I just love it. I just love that when I'm there, I see everyone and I
Mm.
feel like home again.
When
Because
was it supposed to be?
Dubai's too hot. Like, this would have been my 7th summer. I still have all my summer stuff there and everything. Like,
It's all right.
yeah,
We'll make an Ibiza for you here.
I always go. I always go for my birthday. My birthday is May 28th. It's coming up. So I guess so sad I have to do my birthday here.
Don't worry. We'll do your party with some strobe lights and some
Yes.
paracetamols, just so you feel like you're still in Ibiza.
And some
You can pop some paracetamols.
tequila. No, just kidding.
Tequila.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
So, give me a famous Vietnamese quote to end the podcast with. I'm so good at reading faces.
Why are you laughing?
I knew what was coming.
Hold on, I didn't tell
Okay.
you something.
But something really deep.
Hello? No laughing. Stop
Look,
it.
look directly at the camera so they know.
Hello, boy. You're so sexy. You want to come home with me? Just kidding. I
And
really
that was
don't
right
like
up there with Confucius. Guys, I'll be doing a giveaway.
Yes.
So I'm doing a date night with My.
Oh, really?
And anyone, just the first person that at my Miss My Chau.
Miss My Chau.
No, Chau, because we don't want them to actually get the date, dude.
Yeah,
you don't know who's going to be there.
Choose
Yeah.
me.
And I'm going to be giving that away. But we're going to have to come to an end, partly because of the time and partly because I'm sweating a lot. We have to do something about this AC.
Lift
banger.
up your arms.
I'm not, do you
Lift
see how
them up.
close to my body they
Put
are?
your hands up in the air.
I'm just
Put your
keeping them
hands
right
up
there.
in
Keeping
the
them right
air.
there.
No?
My.
Okay.
My.
Adios, amigos.
Don't tell me, tell them. I'm going to still see you.
Oh, yes. Adios, amigos.
Adios, amigos.
Until next time.
Until next
And
time.
señoritas. Bye, Felipe.
Boom.
Hmm?
I said boom.
Boobies? Oh, boobs. I thought you said
boobies
boobs.